The nurture view in language development says, look, yes, it is pretty darn complex, but look at all the other complex stuff we as humans can do. We went to the moon, we all drive around in cars, we keep our environments light all the way through the night. There's a lot of complex stuff that we can do, and learning language is just one of them. We have the ability to learn things that are beyond our innate capabilities. We learn language the same way as we learn anything else, according to this view. If you think about the context we're in, we're constantly bombarded with linguistic input and social support for learning. If language is just coded into our brain, then there's a genetic code for having a brain that uses language. Why is there so much variation in languages all over the world? Why don't we just all speak Esperanto? In fact, if you look at the languages across the world, it's very hard to find underlying principles that apply to all the grammars of all different languages. People who follow Chomsky have been trying this now for 5 decades. They've been trying to find the so-called universal grammar, the thing that's probably coded in the brain, and they just can't find it. A lot of languages convey meaning in a lot of similar ways, but there are exceptions all over the place. You can't find the common core. You would think that there would be if language was just a product of some kind of structure in the brain that was determined by our genes. People on the nurture side also point out that the rate of language development depends on the input. Now, in the early stages, for 1-word and 2-word learning, you do get this incredible regularity. But after that, the environment makes a tremendous difference. For instance, Hoff in 2003 found that at 2 years of age, children from high socioeconomic status homes, by the way, who are read to regularly, will have just about twice as many words in their vocabularies compared to children from low SES homes. This seems to link to the amount of language they hear, and there's a strong link with whether or not they're read to, although that may just be a proxy for how much they're spoken to. Early stages of language development are pretty regular, but once you start looking a little bit later, the amount of language input has a tremendous impact on the rate of language acquisition. This is support for the importance of learning as well as the environment in which language is learned. There's no answer here. This is a debate that continues to go on.